When a vastly improved Ireland side met an informed Jonny Bairstow, it made for a very interesting game of one-day cricket. This is how the second ODI between England and Ireland played out. Ireland's starting troubles continue. Campher stands tall again. England's wobbly start. Bairstow goes big. On a mildly overcast morning, Irish captain Andy Balbirnie won the toss and elected to bat first. Big runs on the board in the first innings was on the minds of Andy Balbirnie. England made one change, what Captain Eoin Morgan said was a regular rotational change. Tom Curran out, Rhys Topley in. But if the start with the bat for Ireland in the first ODI was torrid, it wasn't really that in the second ODI, but it wasn't solid either. David Willey's in-swingers were troubling both the openers, and it was only a matter of time before Delaney failed to put bat on ball. On one occasion, he was out LBW. Willey came back again to get the second opener Paul Stirling as well. Suddenly, Ireland was staring down the same barrel. But then Captain Andy Balbirnie and youngster Harry Tector stitched together a partnership. They seemed like solidifying Ireland. When England captain Eoin Morgan gave the ball to James Vince, this seemed like a surprising move, but worked almost immediately. Vince getting Balbirnie out of a very soft dismissal. The pressure started mounting on Tector, which was evident because he was trying to play his shots. At the other end, Kevin O'Brien was bamboozled by one from Adil Rashid. He was gone. Tector tried hitting his way out of trouble. He was out to Rashid as well. Suddenly, all hell started to break loose for Ireland. They were at one point 91 for 6, staring at similar fortunes like the first ODI, which is when something happened that happened in the first ODI as well. Campher stood tall. He put his head down and started scoring runs, ably supported by Simi Singh at the other end. Simi Singh in particular was very positive, rotated the strike and ensured that there was no further damage. The two stitching together a 60-run stand, and while Simi Singh was gone, Campher, the golden boy for Ireland, did not let go, and by the time he was gone, he'd ensured that Ireland put on the board a healthy 212 runs on the board, a much improved performance than the first ODI. And if the end with the bat for Ireland was positive, it gave them a boost when they started very well with the ball. The third ball in English innings and Jason Roy was gone. Young had got a wicket. But then started the Jonny Bairstow show. He hit big, he hit them to all parts of the ground. He was in one of those moods, blistering away to the joint fastest half century for an English batsman in ODIs, a 21 ball 50, but he didn't seem to end there. He kept going and going while wickets were tumbling at the other end because the golden boy for Ireland, Campher, picked 2 wickets. He first got James Vince and then got Tom Banton. But Bairstow at the other end kept going, and this time with him out there was the ever-solid Sam Billings. The two of them seemed in the form of their lives. England driving in cruise mode when they hit a speed breaker. Joshua Young first got Bairstow out, then got Eoin Morgan out, and then the English vice-captain Moeen Ali too. Suddenly, England was 6 down and they were staring at trouble. But there was no trouble because Sam Billings took the ownership. He ensured that he, alongside David Willey, drove victory home comfortably. So England make it 2-2 and gain an unassailable series lead, getting 20 ICC ODI Super League points too. But Ireland must not lose hope. They've put in a very improved performance in the second ODI, and if they can carry on with this improvement, they can surely make a match out of the final ODI of the series.